Hey everyone, and welcome to the course. This is Health Economics for the spring 2023 semester at Temple University. My name is Joe Shin. I am the instructor of this course. The goal of this video is to walk you through everything in Canvas, go over the syllabus, and so forth. Hopefully you are aware at this point that this course is being administered entirely online and is asynchronous, which means there is no set meeting time. So in this video, I'm going to first go through the syllabus, then I'll walk through everything on Canvas, and then go through a couple other things. So with that, let's go ahead and jump in. So what we have here is we have the syllabus for this course. This is ECON 3597, Health Economics. Now this is the writing intensive section of this course, which means that there is a comprehensive paper that will be due during the period of this course being administered, and I will talk more about that in detail. So my contact information is here. Just a little bit of background on me. As I mentioned, my name is Joe Shin. I have been teaching here at Temple for about 13 years now. I also teach a couple other universities in the Philadelphia area. Some of the courses that I teach are health economics, micro and macroeconomics, sports economics, labor economics. But health economics is my main one here at Temple. Now, this is my part-time job. Full-time, I work for the government, specifically the Department of Housing and Urban Development, and that is a job that I have been doing since 2010. I'm an economist with them, and I look at different housing markets and write reports on those different housing markets. Before that, I worked a little bit of time with the U.S. Census Bureau and a short stint at Merrill Lynch. But, as I mentioned, I've been in that position for about 13 years now. My contact information is here. Email is the best way to get a hold of me, joseph.shin@temple.edu. I'm usually able to respond within 12 to 24 hours. Just keep in mind that, as I mentioned, I do work during the day, and so I'll either get back to you that evening or, again, within 24 hours. Office hours. Office hours are done virtually. They are going to be done through Zoom, which the link is in Canvas. They'll be held from 8 to 10 p.m. Or by appointment. If you can't do the 8 to 10 period and you want to set up a separate time, just let me know. Prerequisites, microeconomic principles. Here is the required textbook. Course description and learning objectives are here. So, web access. As I mentioned, this course is being administered entirely online. And on the Canvas website, you're going to find pretty much anything that you need. Each week, with the exception of the first week, which goes from Tuesday to Sunday, every other week is going to run from Monday through Sunday. During that period, you're going to have a set of assignments, readings to do, lectures to view, quizzes, paper assignments, so forth. And so they must be completed sometime within that period. On top of that, the modules are only going to be available 1 week in advance. And so by that, I mean, at the start of the semester, weeks 1 and 2 are going to be available. Week 3 won't be available to the start of week 2. Week 4 will not become available to the start of week 3, and so on and so forth. Course grades. Here's the breakdown of the grades. There's 5 different parts, and I'll discuss them individually, and the grading scale. So the first part of the grade is your weekly discussions. So during some of the weeks, you'll be required to participate in discussions through VoiceThread. VoiceThread is a system where there'll be a topic and you can post either video or voice comments to it, as opposed to typing it out. So for each week, for that topic, you're going to do 2 different posts. So by the end of the day, Wednesday, you are to log on, look at the topic, and then post 1 response to that topic. And so again, that's by Wednesday. And then sometime between Thursday and Sunday, you are to come back on and listen to the response of other students and directly respond to one of their comments. When responding, you can agree with them, disagree with them, expand on something they said. Just make sure you are respectful with it. Each post should be 30 to 60 seconds in length and should be an original thought. The next part is the weekly quizzes. So there will be a quiz given every week, and it's going to cover what was covered during that week. There's no makeups for a missed quiz, and if you miss a quiz for any reason, you will get a 0. However, the lowest 2 quiz grades will be dropped at the end of the semester. These quizzes are administered in Canvas, and there is a time limit of 30 minutes. Paper. So, as I mentioned, this is a writing intensive section, and with that, there is a paper that is due. Now, I created an entirely separate set of videos to discuss the paper. In addition, there is a writing guide. I'll show you all this in Canvas in a minute. But just to give you a basic overview, this is not a research paper. Right? It is a data-driven empirical paper. So with this paper, you were to come up with some health economics related question or topic and form a hypothesis. And then you were to use data in the paper, and specifically your own analysis of data, to test that hypothesis. Right? Now, this paper should be roughly 10 to 15 pages. And as I do note here, this excludes the title page, abstract, graphs and tables, and bibliography. Right? So, it's important that you work on this throughout the semester. Now, with that the paper is only one part of the final draft of the paper is only one part of your paper grade. So, specifically, that final draft makes up 80% of the final grade. In addition to that, you have different assignments that are going to be due in different weeks that are going to be much smaller portions of your grade. And here are the dates that they are due. Now, with these smaller assignments, you're graded based on completion as opposed to the final draft, which is graded based on the quality. Now, there are 2 important reasons to keep up with these assignments. The first is it helps your grade. Right? It's 20% of your grade is based on these assignments. So even if you wrote a perfect paper and got 100 on it, that final draft, you would only get an 80 for your overall paper grade. The second reason why it's important is that these assignments are specifically meant to help your final draft get to the point that I'm looking for you to get to. My feedback on them is to make sure you're on the right track, and if not, to point you there. So it's important that you not only do these assignments, but also look at my feedback for them. Now, with the paper and all your other assignments, I wanted to really emphasize plagiarism. Plagiarism is very serious, and if you are found to have plagiarized on your paper or any other assignment, you will get a 0. Okay? I've gotten very good at catching it. Every single semester, I give the same exact speech, and every single semester, I catch somebody plagiarizing. Don't do it. Another part of the grade is the exams. So there are 2 exams, and they are both worth 25% of your grade. The midterm exam is 25%, and it'll be based on what we covered up to that point. And the final exam is cumulative, and although emphasis on the second portion of the class, and that's worth another 25%. Now, the final exam, however, is optional. Because there is so much focus on the paper in this course, you do not have to take the final exam. However, if you skip the final exam, the grade that you will get on that final exam will be whatever you got on your midterm minus 10 percentage points. Okay. Here's the exam policy, the exam dates, disability statement. If you require any special accommodations, here's the information for you. And here's the breakdown of the semester. And so for each week, you have the date that it begins, the topic, which is going to be the chapter that you would read, and then the assignments, which I've color-coded to make it a little bit easier to see. So that is the syllabus, and let's go take a look at in Canvas here. So what you're seeing here is a little bit different, and actually let me switch over here for a second. So this is more like the way you're going to be seeing in Canvas. And actually I'm going to go back there because I can't. Get in the actual module yet. So on the home page, which is going to be the same as the modules page, you're going to see different modules. The first one is course syllabus and info. The welcome video, which you are watching now, is here. The syllabus, which you just saw, is here, which you can click on and either view it in here or download it. And then a VoiceThread tutorial is here. And so I mentioned we have the VoiceThread assignments. And this just kind of walk you through how to make comments. And I'll show you that as well. So the paper. So as I mentioned, we have the paper, and there's 2 things in this module here. The first is the paper assignment videos. And so I have created these different videos, which is going to be for the overview of the entire paper. And then for each individual assignment, I've created different videos. And so I encourage you to view the overview first, and then as the assignments come up, watch them at that point. The other part of this is the writing guide, which I have here. So I have a writing guide that's put together, which is here. And this gives a description of the overall paper, but it also has a lot of different tips, different links, and then it describes each assignment separately. So it's important that you look at the overall document early in the semester and then revisit it in the video as you the semester progresses. Office hours, I have just here the note that it's here, and then here's the link to the Zoom room with the password you need. And then we have the weekly modules. And so within each week, you're going to have a page which is going to describe the week, when the week goes, the goals, the reading, and then the lectures, which you can view here. Now when you view the lectures, you can either watch it here, or if you click on it, it'll take you to YouTube where you can view it on there.
On every vacation.
And let's go back in here. You will also have in here the different assignments for VoiceThread or quizzes. Let me show you the VoiceThread quickly. So when you go in there, you're going to see the whatever the topic is, and then to add a comment, you click on that, and then you can either do voice or video, and then you'll be able to record in there. And then once you're done, you'll have the option to save it or redo it. So if you mess up, it's fine. You can just deny it. Now, in addition to the finding the assignments within the page, you can also find them within the different modules. So just a couple other things to note here. In the announcements, I send out announcements weekly. They will be posted here, and they will also be sent to your email. It's really important that you read them because they have different pieces of information about the week and the course, so forth. The syllabus. With the syllabus, it's not a syllabus that we were looking at. It just gives you the different assignments and when they're due. Now, I will say this. The VoiceThread assignments, I couldn't put in 2 dates there because remember you have 2 assignments. You have one due by Wednesday and then another due by Sunday. There's only one date, and that date in here is going to be the date of the second post, which is Sunday. So just keep in mind that you have a post due by Wednesday. If you go to the Assignments tab here, you can also access all the different assignments that we just talked about. The grades will say what grade you received for the assignments, and then any feedback that I give. People in the class, so forth. So that is really it. That's the course. With this course, there's 2 things to really focus on and keep in mind. The first is that it's really important to keep up with all of the assignments. If you fall behind, it can be pretty easy to have your grade negatively affected early in the semester. Also, we build on different things, so it's in your best interest to keep up with the assignments, the readings, and so forth. The other thing to keep in mind is that if you have any questions, be sure to ask. Since we are not having set meeting times, it's really important that you ask any questions as they come up. You can email me, come to office hours, or set up an appointment. Okay. And that's really it. If you have any questions, let me know. And if not, let's have a great semester.